So I'm going to break this sort of video down into two sections. The first section is going to be all about spreading the ignitions to the scorch, scorching targets after ignitions with ember of char. As this reads, this was the one that come available to us last night. Your solar ignition spread scorch to affected targets. So it's pretty neat, it's pretty cool. I've done some testing with it, it's really nice. And to get the most out of that, what I'm doing is I'm running solar fulmination. Your ignitions doing increased damage in an increased radius. So anything that ignites is going to do more damage to more targets, and it's going to be a bigger radius. Rays of precision, while radiant solar precision final blows cause combatants to ignite. So we've got two sort of ignition mods there that are going to cause the targets to ignite, explode. It's going to work very nicely with ember of char. Anything that ignites is going to spread scorch to affected targets, and it's going to work very nicely with this particular Dawn Chorus here. Your daybreak projectiles cause more targets to scorch on contact, and all of your scorch effects deal more damage, and you gain a small amount of melee energy each time your scorch effects damage a target. So that's the sort of first part of the video, and then this sort of mod, this one here now is unreal, like really good, because defeating a target spreads scorch to those nearby. That works with this one, Dawn Chorus, so it improves all your scorch effects. It works with this, trust me, I've tested it. And Fixed Odds is another one that I'm running, and that's also got Incandescent on it. And let me tell you something, this is absolutely brutal. You can set things on fire infinitely, cause massive explosions. So that's the first part of the video, and the second part of the video I'm going to show you if you just want to burn things to death with things like Sky Burners and Prometheus Lens, or working nicely with Dawn Chorus. But the first part of the video is all going to be about chaining the explosions and the ignitions and spreading the scorch. So this is the solar fulmination and the rays of precision. Bang. Plenty of explosions, all that scorch is spreading. I've got loads of little gameplays of it working, and this is the LMG I was talking about with Incandescent. Incandescent perk is really strong with this build, so if you've got a couple of weapons with Incandescent, get on them. Your grenades are also going to spread that scorch, your melee as well. Things like Sky Burners and Prometheus Lens to apply scorch all the time. I'll break scorch down a little bit as we go in the sort of next part of the video. But these are all the ignitions you can sort of create with various different weapons. Clearing enemies, quite easy, and there's another example of the scorch spreading. Really fun build, honestly. You'll just create carnage everywhere. And the way I've got my Warlock set up, everything when I'm in the air, any kill I get when I'm in the air is recharging my melee. So you literally never run out of melees. Probably seeing there, look, instant melee back pretty much. Couple of seconds I had it back because I was in the air, and all that scorch is spreading. You can see the melee's coming back. Insane, because of all the damage that you're doing in the air and all the kills that you're getting in the air. Absolutely busted. Excellent for things like Gambit. There you go, I'm proccing my melee to get my radiant buff. And big enemies, big areas are just gone. Like solar explosions and heat everywhere. So that's the sort of first part of the video, all the explosions that I'm creating, that we're going to be able to create and spread it all. Plenty of kills on ads. The next part of the video I'm going to show you about Scorch and how Scorch works. But I hope you found these clips decent, stay tuned. So that was the explosion, ignition part of the video. Now what I want to do is show you how we can also, with the exact same build, apply a load of heat or scorch to targets. How scorch works is the longer and the quicker you apply scorch to targets, after so long they're going to go pop, a bit like microwave popcorn. The more you cook them, the quicker they pop, and if you can apply more scorch stacks to targets, they're going to pop a lot quicker. It's a bit like turning the microwave up, so they go pop quicker. So Ember of Ashes is a good one to run. You apply more scorch to targets, and that also stacks with this one, Dawn Chorus. your scorch effects deal more damage, they both work together. And then using things like Skyburner's Oath or Prometheus Lens, because both these guns apply scorch. So as you can imagine, what we're going to do is we're going to stick a solar grenade onto a target. I've got some clips, that's going to scorch them. You're going to get more scorch with Ember of Ashes and the Dawn Chorus helmet, and while they're burning from the grenade, you're going to be hitting them with Skyburner's Oath or Prometheus Lens, so you're practically giving them two different sources of scorch to burn them, then they're going to pop quicker. That pop is then going to activate solar fulmination. Anything around that area is going to spread damage and cause massive amounts of explosions, and it spreads again with the Ember of Char. So I've got a few clips now of it working. So just remember, scorch is basically an in-game number, and once that target hits that number, it's going to go pop, and all we're doing is just applying different sources and more sort of stacks of scorch. So this is the boss on the Lost Sector, I believe it was the quarry. This is just an example. He's burning away all my fragments and the helmet, and you see him go pop then. This is a barrier champ, giving him a few different ways of scorching. You're going to see a pop, that pop then, them yellow numbers. He's the popcorn, why the microwave, and he's popping. So yeah, basically that's how that's working, the scorch, and you can sort of combine all these different ways together in the full build. Let me know what you think. Really good for ad clearance, end game stuff, lost sectors, even things like Gambit. It's a really strong build in Gambit. I suggest you try it in Gambit if you like Gambit. But I hope you found the vid helpful.